Hey everybody, this is Pat Jennings from thebizseller.com, and this is the first in a series of really short, quick videos where we are going to discuss the basics of small business valuation and the things that you really need to understand up front if you're going to value your business and place an asking price on it. And in this first video, we're going to go over the two most basic of those facts. And if you keep these two facts in mind, it's really going to help to simplify the entire process. And fact number one is that the purpose of any business valuation is to develop a price range, not an exact price. Because there is no single, absolutely bottom line correct number that represents the true value of your business. You know, valuing your business when you've put it up for sale and you're trying to figure out what it should sell for, you know, that's not like taking a math test in school where there is one absolutely correct answer, and if you don't get it right, you're going to be marked down. See, it's really not that complicated when you realize you don't have to find that perfect one number because that number doesn't exist. So you can take the pressure off yourself. You don't have to find a single number or calculate this perfectly. You're just looking for a price range. And then when you put your business on the market, you advertise at the selling price at the very top of that price range, realizing when you meet some actual buyers, you're probably going to have to do some negotiating. And ultimately, hopefully, the best price you can get would be within that price range. But you want to start with a price range and then start your advertising and your negotiations at the top of that price range. And that brings us to fact number two, because those buyers, the person who's going to buy your business, is only going to be investing that money and is only going to give you their money for one reason. They want to enjoy the income and the other benefits that the business will provide for its owner in the future. And simply, the income and other benefits are all paid for with the company's earnings. So it has to be the earnings of your business that is the basis of the valuation, not based on sales and not based on some rule of thumb that's been around forever in your industry, but nobody really knows where it came from or why it's relevant. Because when you use a rule of thumb, or if you base the asking price on a percentage of sales, that doesn't really make sense to the buyer because they can only benefit in their minds from the earnings, because it's only the earnings that are available to the owner, not the raw gross sales figures. So you always have to begin the process by determining what are the earnings of the company. And in the next video, we're going to define the exact meaning of the word earnings. Because if you define it or calculate it one way and the buyer calculates it another way, well, you're not going to be able to communicate. So we are going to define it in a way that makes perfect sense to the buyer. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, there's a link to the next video in the description box below. So we'll see you there.